What's going on, everybody? It is Jamie and welcome to the channel Thrift on Fire. This week I'm going to share with you some sales from eBay, Etsy, Poshmark, and Vinted. It's been a little bit of a slow or down week for me. This is really a good reason why you'd want to cross list. If I would just relied on my eBay sales, it wouldn't be a good week. This week even out pretty good because it's sales from all different platforms. These are just a handful of things that have sold for me, so let's get into it. All right, the first sale here is this DVD VCR combo. It is a Philips. The model number is right here, DVP3355V/F7. It usually says it on the front, either down here or over here, or on the back. You can look up the model right there. Right there, it says model number. I think we can all see that. Regardless, this sold for $88 on Etsy. Pretty good sale. I think I had this listed for a little bit less on eBay, maybe around the $75 mark. Usually Etsy tends to do better actually for DVD VCR combos and VCRs for me in general. Most vintage electronics, for whatever reasons, sell for more money. For me personally on Etsy, I don't think that's always the case, but it just happens to be that way for me currently anyway. But this guy, I can't remember exactly when I picked it up. It doesn't seem like that long ago. Typically, I pay $8 to $13, right in that price range. I don't like to pay much more than that, honestly, unless it's new in box. But $88 plus shipping, not too bad. These things do sell for me on a regular basis, so if you see them, definitely check out comps. If you're not sure how to do that, you're just going to go into eBay, type in Philips, put the model number in, maybe even DVD VCR combo, see what comes up, and you might be surprised. A lot of these units do still sell for pretty good money. Next up, I sold this Toronto Raptors brand new with tags beanie for $20 plus shipping on eBay. I always list the eBay first and then cross list everywhere else. This is the way that I do it with cross list magic. It works the best for me. I expected this fully to sell on Poshmark, but it actually sold for me on eBay within a few days of listing. I think I sold it. It shows up here, start time September 25th, so that wasn't that long ago. When I'm filming this video, I think it's the 28th, so it's just a few days. You can see this was brand new with the tags, and I did pick this up from the private pick in a video you guys seen a couple videos back where I was talking about going up to Toronto and picking through an Instagram followers basically death pile or stuff that he didn't want to sell anyway. He was still selling, but this was just stuff that he hadn't listed or didn't want to sell. Anyway, I think I paid $5 for this. I will link the video down below if you have no idea what I'm talking about. This is a pretty good one. It sold pretty quick. You know, I'm not making huge money in this, but you can flip something in a couple days, you know, after listing it. It's usually a good thing. Next up, we have a Poshmark sale. Now, I bought this for myself, to be honest. I think I paid $20 on Facebook Marketplace and had the person send it to me from Toronto in the mail, so I actually paid shipping on this. So I'm probably into this thing about $30. I sold it for $64 on Poshmark. It's not that great, but I'm kind of glad to get rid of it. So me and my wife went to New York for her birthday in May, and I wanted a Yankees jersey to wear to the Yankees game. I wound up not wearing this one because even though it is a size, I think it's supposed to be size 2X, this thing was just monstrous on me. For whatever reason, it was really big. What is this one? Oh yeah, Alex Rodriguez. It's a really cool jersey. Mitchell and Ness. Like I said, I did buy it for myself. I thought it would sell for more money. I was gonna wear it and then sell it anyway. I just thought I could kind of double dip by getting to wear it on vacation and then sell it. But you know, this time of year, jerseys are a little harder to sell. We're kind of getting to the end of MLB season, and the Yankees are not going to make the playoffs. They've already been eliminated. So, you know, selling this thing at this time of year, pretty good for $64. Not too mad about it for sure. Next up, we had a Vinted sale. Now this one I think I picked up at Salvation Army for about $8, so not too bad, turning 8 into 28. And on Vinted, you know, the $28 you see is the $28 you get paid to your bank account. All the fees, all the taxes are all collected by Vinted, and whatever you sell the item for, that's the money you get to keep. This one, I don't think I've had it too long. It's just a pretty basic, you know, Callaway pullover. This brand for me, you know, I wouldn't want to spend $15, $20 on these because they don't sell for big money, but you can find them for like $5 to $10. I'd pick them up. In my area, typically pullovers and sweaters cost about $8 for me, sometimes less depending on the store, and then jackets are $10 to $15. So stuff like this, if I'm in it for about $8, which I think I'm in for this, you know, selling it for $20 still makes sense for me. Not huge profit, but still didn't have this for long. Next up, an Etsy sale. This was a Christmas countdown clock. I originally bought this for an Instagram live auction, and I didn't wind up selling it, so we sold it here on Etsy for $60 plus shipping. If I go down to the bottom, you can see it was in its original box. This thing is in like new condition. you can see there's like no chips or anything out of it at all. It is in fantastic condition. Now, I didn't actually fully test this thing, but I can't imagine that it didn't work. When I pulled the back off, there's no corrosion or anything. I put batteries in it, everything ticked and moved, but I didn't like, set it up to count down every day for 24 days or anything like that. So I just assume it's working. I tested it as much as I possibly could, as much as I reasonably could. So, getting $60 for this, pretty good. I think I paid something like $10 to $15 for this. I was kind of expecting not to sell it anywhere except for the Instagram Live. So when it didn't sell, threw it up on Etsy for 60 bucks and, had to wait a little bit, but eventually sold. Next up, another Poshmark sale. I think I could have got a little bit more money out of these, to be honest, but we're getting near the end of golf season, so I didn't want to price these too high. But these also came from that buyout that I did from an Instagram follower. Like I said, I will link the video down below. I picked up a bunch of golf shoes, from this guy, and some pretty good stuff. So if you haven't seen it, take a look. I can't remember. I think I'm into these, I think I paid like $10 a pair of shoes. Could be 8, could be 10, but it's right in that price range. I know I didn't pay more than that. But these were pretty decent. These are a nice pair of FootJoys. We can look at a couple pictures here. I always like to take the side picture here. I don't know why. Just is something I always do. And then this is the important part. The bottoms are nice. The spikes are all in good condition. I mean, it's not the most important part. The structure of the shoe needs to be in good condition. I just don't want to have to clean up these golf shoes. If you've never done it before, all the grass and stuff that's in them, it's a pain. So when they're in good condition like this and you have to do minimal cleaning, that's kind of what you're looking for. If you like to clean, deep clean shoes, that's fine. These days I don't. I try to pick up shoes in better condition where I can either just condition the leather, make them nice, give them a quick wipe down. Sometimes I'll do some scrubbing, but shoes like this that are in great condition and sell for good money, I'll pick up all day long. Next up, we have another VCR sale. This one is on eBay. It is the Panasonic Blue Line. This is why they call it the Blue Line, because that's the blue line right there. Model number PV99450. The only thing I did wrong on this one, which is a pretty big kind of mistake, is I charged $4 for shipping. That's my standard video game shipping, and I must have just been listing fast and clicked the wrong one, obviously. This actually only cost me about $14 to ship, so that's not too bad. Normally I charge $20 in Canada or the US, just $20 Canadian flat for VCRs, DVD combos, larger items. Normally this thing actually cost me $14 to ship, so not too bad. The reason why it would cost $20 is because I'm putting it into a box that costs probably a couple dollars using packing material, so it gets closer to that $20 point for sure. And then sometimes the shipping charge might not be $14 in Canada. With my shipper, sometimes you can get up to $18, $19. So at that point I'm losing a little bit of money. So you can kind of see, I've talked a bunch on this channel about flat rate shipping, and that's what I do. It's a flat rate of $20 normally, not $4 like I made this mistake here. And that $20 usually covers everything within a little bit. So it works out for me, but obviously a mistake here with the $4 shipping. Next up, another eBay sale. As you can see, it's crossed out here because I took a best offer of $20 plus shipping on these cards. These ones are brand new, sealed. The seal on these is kind of funny. It's just like a little piece of tape, actually. You can kind of see it right there. See the tape across there. I believe that's just how they were sealed. I don't see any online that have cellophane or whatever. I think that is just the way they're sealed. Regardless, it is all here. It's all original. The cards are not opened. Sold for $20 plus shipping. I think for the whole pack. It was from another video you guys might have seen. It was a video game buyout, and then I wound up buying a whole bunch of cards. If you haven't seen that, I will link it down below as well. I would have paid $5 for this, so turning 5 into 20, not too bad. As I've said in past videos here about that particular buy, none of those cards are worth crazy money. I'm going to make money on them, but I'm not going to make huge money. I'm going to turn 5 into 15, 5 into 20, maybe 5 into 30 on some things, but these cards are not super valuable, even though they are, vintage and old. They're just so common. Next up, a Poshmark sale. Now these Crocs here are bistro clocks. They can be used basically in restaurants, or nurses sometimes use them as well. They're basically just anti-slip bottoms. They're pretty decent shoes. I think I paid $2 for these at a yard sale. I think that was one of the more recent yard sale videos from this year. I'll show you the bottoms. So you can see the bottoms here have the grip material, and then you can also notice that there's no like cutouts or holes in these. They're usually more of a solid shoe, and that's usually how you can tell they're like a bistro shoe, like a nurse shoe or restaurant shoe. That's one of the first things, when you see that you can pretty much guarantee when you flip them over, they're going to have a bottom like this. But when you do find them, if you can find them for decent money, like $5, $10, maybe $5 to $8. I don't know if I'd even pay $10 for these, to be honest, but I paid $2. So turning 2 into 27, not too bad. So you see these out in the wild and you can get them for a good price, pick them up. The last thing I'm going to share is this bundle deal, and I did give a pretty big discount, but let me kind of explain how it made sense to me. Now, first of all, I think all of these items, except for the Keens right here, which I'll try to throw a better picture up of each one individually. The Keens, I think I paid $5 at Goodwill for, and I was asking $25, so, you know, not too bad. So if we break 100 down and, you know, divide into 4, it's $25 an item is what I got, minus fees. So let's just, for now, let's just call it $25 an item that I got. So $25 asked on the Keens, and I got it, okay? The Vans shirt here, I was asking $16, and I got $25. So I'm actually making out better on the t-shirt. These Columbia hiking shoes, I've had these for a really long time. I was actually considered donating them. They're in great shape. They just have never sold. I've ran sales on them. I've had them for a long time, and they did sell in this bundle for $30. Or sorry, I had them listed for $30. We're gonna say I sold them for $25. They did come in the Goodwill bin, so I probably only paid a couple dollars for them anyway, so that's really great. The only one that's not such a good deal are these Salomon shoes right here. They are Gore-Tex. I was asking $75 and I got $25, right? So that one's not so great, but I did get those at the Goodwill bins too. All 3 items are from the Goodwill bins except for the Keens right here. So the Vans shirt, I probably paid $1 or less, and then maybe $2 to $3 on each pair of these shoes. So really not a lot of money. So, you know, I'm giving somebody a pretty big discount on Salomon's, and the other 3 I'm kind of getting what I want, so not too bad. If we do remove fees, you can see total earnings is $80, so it's basically $20 an item is what I'm gonna make profit on them, minus what I paid for them. So there's not a ton of money here anyway, but you know, $100, not too bad. And I think I accepted this right after I got back from vacation, so I was pretty happy with $100 going into my Poshmark account anyway that I got it, and I'm definitely not losing any money on this one either. Like I said in the beginning of the video, this week's been a little bit slow for me. Normally eBay is my number 1. This week it's probably my number 3. I would say Poshmark's number 1, Etsy's number 2, eBay's number 3, Vinted's number 4. Vinted's always kind of number 4, and then Depop is under that. You know, sometimes Facebook Marketplace outperforms Depop. I haven't made too many sales on that one, to be honest. But, you know, eBay, usually I think it's gonna rise back to the top. eBay will be my number 1 for a long time, but this week, it's been kind of slow. If you guys like videos like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing for more content. Until next time, guys, take care, stay safe, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.